Psychodynamic explanations of offending behavior. Psychodynamic approaches consider how early experiences and unconscious processes shape later behavior. These explanations are rooted in Freudian theory and propose that childhood relationships, emotional development, and internal conflicts contribute to adult personality and, potentially, criminal tendencies. Two major psychodynamic explanations applied to offending are maternal deprivation and the superego. Maternal deprivation theory. John Bowlby argued that long-term separation from the mother or primary caregiver during early childhood can lead to serious emotional difficulties. Separation before the age of 2.5, without a suitable alternative attachment figure, places a child at risk of long-term developmental issues, and Bowlby suggested this vulnerability continues until around age 5. One of the most significant potential outcomes is affectionless psychopathy, a pattern involving little empathy, guilt, or concern for others. Bowlby believed that this emotional deficit could make it easier for an individual to engage in antisocial acts. Bowlby's 1944 famous 44 Thieves study compared a group of young offenders with a control group. None of the controls had experienced prolonged early separations, whereas 39% of the thieves had. The link was especially strong among those Bowlby identified as affectionless psychopaths. Most had experienced early separations. Bowlby concluded that disrupted early attachments were associated with a higher risk of delinquent behavior. The superego. According to Freud, personality consists of the ID, ego, and superego. The ID seeks immediate pleasure. The ego mediates between the ID and reality. The superego represents internalized moral standards and feelings of guilt. Freud believed the superego develops around age 3 to 6, based on identification with the same-sex parent. Problems in this process may result in different types of dysfunctional superego, each linked to criminal behavior. 1. Weak or underdeveloped superego. If a child does not identify properly with a same-sex parent, for example, due to absence during the phallic stage, their superego may not fully develop. Without a strong internal conscience, the person may struggle to resist urges, increasing the likelihood of antisocial behavior. 2. Harsh or overdeveloped superego. If the superego becomes excessively strict, the individual may experience overwhelming guilt. In this case, offending might occur as a way to relieve those feelings. Committing a crime that invites punishment provides psychological release. 3. Deviant superego. If a child identifies with a parent who already holds deviant or criminal attitudes, the child may internalize those same values. As a result, their moral code mirrors that of the parent, making criminal behavior more likely and reducing the sense of guilt normally experienced after wrongdoing. Key concepts, simplified. Affectionless psychopathy, lack of guilt, empathy, and emotional connection. Maternal deprivation, long-term emotional separation leading to developmental problems.